Globalization is a term we hear often, but what does it really mean? At its core, globalization refers to the process by which people, businesses, and governments around the world become increasingly connected and interdependent. This connection happens through trade, communication, technology, and the movement of people and ideas. Over the past few decades, advances in transportation and digital technology have made it easier than ever for goods, services, and information to cross borders. As a result, our world feels smaller and more interconnected than ever before. In this video, we'll explore the many facets of globalization, its history, its impact, and what it means for our future. Understand globalization today, it's helpful to look back at its roots. While the term itself is modern, the idea of connecting across borders goes back centuries. Ancient trade routes like the Silk Road linked Asia, Europe, and Africa, allowing goods, cultures, and ideas to flow between civilizations. Over time, exploration, colonization, and technological advances such as the steam engine and telegraph accelerated these connections. The 20th century, especially after World War II, saw a dramatic increase in international cooperation and trade, setting the stage for the rapid globalization we experience today. Several factors have driven globalization forward. Advances in transportation such as airplanes and container ships have made it easier and cheaper to move goods and people across the globe. Meanwhile, the rise of the internet and digital communication has allowed information to travel instantly, connecting people from different continents in real time. International organizations, trade agreements, and multinational corporations have also played major roles in breaking down barriers and fostering global cooperation. Together, these drivers have created a world where distance matters less and connections matter more. One of the most visible aspects of globalization is the way it has transformed trade and commerce. Today, products are often designed in one country, manufactured in another, and sold all over the world. This global supply chain allows businesses to access new markets and consumers to enjoy a wider variety of goods at lower prices. However, it also means that events in one part of the world can quickly impact economies elsewhere. For example, a disruption in manufacturing in Asia can affect store shelves in Europe and America. Technology has been a game changer for globalization. The internet, smartphones, and digital platforms have made it possible for people to communicate, collaborate, and do business across borders with ease. Social media connects friends and families worldwide, while online marketplaces allow small businesses to reach global customers. Cloud computing and data analytics help companies operate efficiently on a global scale. These technological advances have not only sped up the pace of globalization, but also made it more accessible to people everywhere. Globalization isn't just about business and technology, it's also about culture. As people travel, migrate, and interact online, they share music, food, fashion, and ideas. This cultural exchange enriches societies, making them more diverse and vibrant. For example, you might find sushi in Paris, hip-hop in Tokyo, or Bollywood movies in New York. While this blending of cultures can lead to greater understanding and creativity, it can also raise questions about preserving local traditions and identities. Another important aspect of globalization is the movement of people. Millions migrate each year in search of better jobs, education, or safety. This migration helps fill labor shortages and brings new skills and perspectives to host countries. At the same time, it can create challenges, such as competition for jobs or pressure on public services. Understanding the benefits and complexities of global migration is key to making globalization work for everyone. Supply chains have become truly global, with raw materials sourced from one continent, manufacturing in another, and distribution worldwide. This interconnectedness allows companies to optimize costs and efficiency, but it also introduces risks. Natural disasters, political instability, or pandemics can disrupt supply chains, leading to shortages and delays. Businesses and governments are now rethinking how to build more resilient and flexible supply networks in a globalized world. International organizations play a crucial role in managing globalization. Groups like the United Nations, World Trade Organization, and International Monetary Fund help set rules, resolve disputes, and provide support for countries in need. These organizations promote cooperation on issues ranging from trade and finance to health and the environment. Their work helps ensure that globalization benefits as many people as possible, though they also face criticism and calls for reform. Globalization has contributed to significant economic growth in many countries. By opening up markets and encouraging investment, it has helped lift millions out of poverty and create new opportunities for businesses and workers. Emerging economies in particular have benefited from access to global markets and technology. However, the gains from globalization are not always evenly distributed, and some communities may feel left behind. While globalization has brought prosperity to many, it has also contributed to growing inequality within and between countries. Wealth and opportunities often concentrate in major cities or among those with access to education and technology. Rural areas and less developed regions may struggle to keep up. Addressing these disparities is one of the biggest challenges facing policymakers in a globalized world. Globalization has both positive and negative effects on the environment. On one hand, it can spread green technologies and encourage international cooperation on issues like climate change. On the other, increased production and transportation can lead to pollution, deforestation, and resource depletion. Balancing economic growth with environmental protection is a key challenge for the global community. COVID-19 pandemic highlighted both the strengths and vulnerabilities of a globalized world. Diseases can spread rapidly due to international travel, but global cooperation is also essential for sharing information, resources, and vaccines. Health challenges remind us that in a connected world, solutions must be global, not just local. Digital globalization refers to the flow of data and information across borders. Today, billions of people use the internet to connect, learn, and do business. Digital platforms enable remote work, online education, and e-commerce on a global scale. This digital transformation is reshaping economies and societies, making globalization faster and more inclusive, but also raising new questions about privacy, security, and digital divide. Multinational corporations, MNCs, are companies that operate in multiple countries. They play a major role in globalization by investing, producing, and selling goods and services worldwide. MNCs can drive innovation and create jobs, but they can also influence local economies and politics. Their global reach means that decisions made in one country can have ripple effects around the world. Globalization has transformed financial markets, making it easier for money to move across borders. Investors can buy stocks, bonds, and currencies from anywhere in the world. This access to capital helps businesses grow and economies develop, but it can also lead to volatility and financial crises that spread quickly from one country to another. Communication revolution is at the heart of globalization. From the telegraph to the smartphone, each new technology has made it easier for people to connect across distances. Today, video calls, instant messaging, and social media allow us to share ideas and experiences in real time, no matter where we are. This constant flow of information shapes opinions, spreads trends, and brings people closer together. Globalization has opened up new opportunities for education. Students can now study abroad, take online courses from foreign universities, and collaborate with peers worldwide. This exchange of knowledge helps spread new ideas and skills, preparing people for a global workforce. However, access to these opportunities can still depend on resources and infrastructure. Tourism is another area transformed by globalization. Affordable flights and online booking platforms have made it easier for people to explore new countries and cultures. Tourism boosts local economies and fosters cross-cultural understanding, but it can also put pressure on the environment and local communities. Sustainable tourism is becoming an important goal for the future. While globalization creates opportunities, it also brings challenges for small businesses. Competing with large multinational companies can be tough, especially in terms of pricing and resources. However, digital tools and e-commerce platforms are helping small businesses reach customers worldwide, leveling the playing field in some ways. Globalization has given consumers more choices than ever before. Supermarkets and online stores offer products from around the world, from exotic fruits to the latest gadgets. This variety allows people to experience new tastes and technologies, but it can also make it harder for local producers to compete. Consumers are increasingly interested in where their products come from and how they are made. As people from different countries interact more, language becomes both a bridge and a barrier. English has become a global lingua franca, but translation technology is making it easier to communicate in many languages. This linguistic diversity enriches our world, but it also requires us to be open-minded and patient as we navigate cultural differences. Globalization influences politics in many ways. International agreements and organizations shape national policies, while global issues like climate change and migration require cooperation between countries. At the same time, some people worry about losing control over local decisions. Balancing global cooperation with national sovereignty is an ongoing debate in many societies. Pop culture has become a global phenomenon thanks to globalization. Movies, music, fashion, and sports from one country can quickly become popular worldwide. This shared culture helps connect people, but it can also overshadow local traditions. Finding a balance between global trends and cultural heritage is important for preserving diversity. One of the most enjoyable aspects of globalization is the ability to taste foods from different cultures. International restaurants, fusion cuisine, and imported ingredients have made global flavors part of everyday life. While this culinary exchange is exciting, it also raises questions about food security, sustainability, and the impact on local farmers. Fashion trends now spread globally at lightning speed. Designers draw inspiration from cultures around the world, and social media helps new styles go viral. This global fashion scene encourages creativity and diversity, but it also raises concerns about fast fashion and its environmental impact. Sports events like the Olympics and World Cup bring together athletes and fans from every corner of the globe. These events promote international friendship and understanding, while also showcasing the power of teamwork and competition. Global sports leagues and broadcasts make it possible for fans to follow their favorite teams and players no matter where they live. Globalization accelerates innovation by allowing ideas and technologies to spread rapidly. Scientists, engineers, and entrepreneurs collaborate across borders to solve problems and create new products. This global exchange of knowledge drives progress in fields like medicine, energy, and information technology. Despite its many benefits, globalization comes with risks. Economic shocks, cyberattacks, and supply chain disruptions can spread quickly across borders. Cultural homogenization and loss of local identity are also concerns. Understanding these risks helps us find ways to manage and mitigate them. As globalization increases consumption and production, sustainability becomes a pressing issue. Companies and governments are working to reduce waste, lower emissions, and promote responsible sourcing. Consumers are also demanding more sustainable products and practices. Building a sustainable global economy is essential for future generations. Not everyone benefits equally from globalization, especially when it comes to technology. The digital divide refers to the gap between those with access to digital tools and those without. Bridging this divide is crucial for ensuring that everyone can participate in the global economy and society. Globalization encourages us to think beyond national borders and see ourselves as global citizens. This means being aware of global issues, respecting cultural differences, and working together to solve shared challenges. Embracing global citizenship can help build a more peaceful and cooperative world. Not everyone supports globalization. Some people worry about job losses, cultural erosion, or loss of control over local affairs. Movements advocating for protectionism or nationalism have gained traction in some countries. Understanding these concerns is important for finding ways to make globalization more inclusive and fair. Governments play a key role in shaping how globalization unfolds. They set trade policies, regulate markets, and protect workers and the environment. International cooperation between governments is essential for addressing global challenges and ensuring that the benefits of globalization are widely shared. Globalization is changing the nature of work. Automation, remote work, and the gig economy are creating new opportunities and challenges. Workers need to adapt by learning new skills and embracing lifelong learning. Preparing for the future of work is essential for thriving in a globalized world. Cities are at the forefront of globalization. Urban areas attract investment, talent, and innovation, becoming hubs of economic and cultural activity. However, rapid urbanization can also lead to challenges like congestion, pollution, and inequality. Making cities more sustainable and inclusive is a key goal for the future. Global health initiatives bring countries together to fight diseases, improve healthcare, and promote well-being. Programs targeting malaria, HIV/AIDS, and other health challenges show the power of international cooperation. Sharing knowledge and resources helps build healthier societies worldwide. Environmental issues like climate change, deforestation, and pollution require global solutions. Countries are working together through agreements like the Paris Accord to reduce emissions and protect natural resources. International cooperation is essential for safeguarding the planet for future generations. Security challenges have become more complex in a globalized world. Issues like terrorism, cybercrime, and human trafficking cross borders and require international cooperation. Sharing intelligence, harmonizing laws, and building trust between countries are key to keeping people safe. Networks, whether social, economic, or technological, are the backbone of globalization. These networks connect people, businesses, and ideas, enabling collaboration and innovation. The more connected we are, the more opportunities we have to learn, grow, and solve problems together. Change is a constant in a globalized world. Individuals, businesses, and governments must adapt to new technologies, markets, and cultural trends. Flexibility, resilience, and a willingness to learn are essential for navigating the challenges and opportunities of globalization. At its heart, globalization is about people. It's about the connections we make, the stories we share, and the ways we learn from one another. By focusing on empathy, respect, and understanding, we can ensure that globalization brings out the best in humanity. The future of globalization will be shaped by the choices we make today. As technology evolves and global challenges grow more complex, cooperation and innovation will be more important than ever. By working together, we can build a world that is more connected, inclusive, and sustainable. In summary, globalization is a powerful force that shapes our lives in countless ways. It brings opportunities for growth, learning, and connection, but also presents challenges that require thoughtful solutions. By understanding its complexities and embracing its possibilities, we can help create a better future for everyone. As we move forward in an increasingly globalized world, it's important to remember that our actions matter. Each of us has a role to play in shaping globalization, whether by learning about other cultures, supporting sustainable practices, or working together to solve global challenges. The world is more connected than ever, and together we can make it a better place.